have some really big news today. We're finally getting it. After all this time, we are finally getting it. We're getting the fucking KV2. This is going to be great. I've been waiting for this thing for so long. I was honestly convinced that they were never going to add it. I figured they were like, well, it's 152 millihowitzer. It's going to delete everybody that it sees. We just can't do it. But here we are. We're getting a fucking KV2 at BR4. That part doesn't really surprise me. It's unfortunate that being a BR4 doesn't really mean anything. But I understand they can't put it at BR3 because that would be absolutely insane. I don't know how well it's going to do in the BR5 vehicles, but I tell you what, it's going to delete infantry. Now, all we need to do is get an ISU 152, and I will be a very happy person. So, as they say, it needs no introductions. Big ol' fuck off 152 millimeter howitzer. The Germans are getting the Flak 37 at BR4 with the 88. I'm a little bit... See, again, because of our current BR system, it's really difficult to pick a spot to put this thing. I feel like BR4 isn't the right place for it. But at the same time, I also feel like you can't put it at BR3. Because at BR4, you already have, like, the Panthers and the Tigers. Like, why would you want to use a gun system where your fire angles are curtailed and your crew is basically always exposed? Like, decrewing this thing is going to be really easy. But, you know, whatever. They do have a big gun shield, so as long as you're looking in the right direction, I guess. It's cool, though. Like, I don't want to shit on its parade, because I do think it's a really cool vehicle. It's just, I don't know. There's a reason why in other games it's a lower BR. Alright, so moving on, there's the I-185 coming in at BR5 for Russia. I don't have a ton of experience with that one in War Thunder. I think I have it, but I just didn't really play it a whole lot. And at BR3, we're getting the T-34-57, which actually should be a really good addition. The 57mm T-34s are usually pretty effective at dealing with enemy armor. Dealing with infantry, we'll see. Generally, in my experience, guns that are smaller than 75 mils in this game don't really perform the way I want them to. But I don't think that we have another gun that sits above 50 mils but below 75. But I could be wrong. Moving on, we've got the Panzer 4G, which I think we already have a Panzer 4G, don't we? Maybe it was in Stalingrad. Oh, okay, yeah. So the old Panzer 4G will be renamed to Panzer 4G Stalingrad, and will receive armor-piercing cap, ballistic capped, HE anti-tank. Oh, it's actually getting heat. And armor-piercing composite rigid shells. So that's cool. It sounds like the Stalingrad one is going to be better, just because it's going to have more shell variety, and also having heat is kind of nuts. Heat just performs really well against infantry in this game. Yeah, so this one's going to be a little bit more limited. I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed to them just making the Panzer 4G available to everybody. For the Americans, they're getting the T-20 rifle at BR5. Finally, the Americans are going to be competitive with their top-end rifle. The Japanese have been running all over them with their automatic Hies, and as cool as the M2 is as like a submachine gun you can put on everybody, it needed a full-length like battle rifle, in my opinion. it'll be more competitive with like the FG-42, the Type PA rifle, and actually most importantly, I think it's going to give the Americans the most flexibility at top BR of all of the nations, since they'll be able to outfit their like basic riflemen or anybody who uses rifleman weapons with what's effectively either a battle rifle or a submachine gun. So maybe we'll see a resurgence in American players. They really need to get a shoulder launcher that can pen more than like 200 mils so that they can be at the same like high BR ballpark as the Germans and the Soviets, but so far it looks like we're not there. Looks like we're getting the M4A3 E276W, so the long barrel jumbo is finally here. That will be a welcome addition. The jumbo already performs pretty well, but having a long barrel jumbo should be even better. I don't know if it'll be able to deal with Tiger 2Hs, but it should be able to deal with everything below that. But we'll see. The Japanese are getting the KE7, which is a Swiss machine gun from SIG. It looks like it's going to be similar to a bar with a 25 round capacity. Looks cool. We'll see how it performs in game. Hopefully it'll be a more mobile option. At BR3 it should be really good, since the Japanese don't exactly have the greatest BR3 selection of light machine guns. I mean, they're not bad. I think they have more issues at BR2 than BR3, but all of their machine guns above, like BR3 and up, I think are pretty great. And they're getting the Cheeto at BR4. We'll see. It says it's going to be right before the Ho reproduction. They already are relatively competitive with their tanks at this point, in my opinion, but this should be a welcome addition. So all of this is looking to be a pretty good update. Definitely better than the last one. The last one I was sitting here like, where's all the stuff? Well, here's all the stuff, and it all looks like it's going to be pretty good. They all look like bangers to me. The highlights definitely are the things coming in for America and the KV2 for Russia. All the other stuff is nice, but like, I don't think that Japan is going to substantially change by getting these. And I don't think that Germany's really going to substantially change by getting the Panzer 4G, although the Stalingrad one is going to be a welcome addition. But KV2 is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that one. And getting the T20 and being able to put it on everybody in my American tech tree is going to be amazing. Like, finally. I won't just have to spend gold orders. And I have a lot of those gold order ones, so this is going to be great. Looking forward to it. As per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.